This is an anthology of science fiction that deals with climate change, or cli-fi as it's sometimes called. Ramses is a negotiator for insurance companies trying to convince people to move from areas prone to flooding. Ramses was in Galveston when she first heard about the myth. It was early May and unseasonably hot. Ramses started with a clear statement of her purpose and then let them run. They felt hard. She really sympathized with their concerns. The prophet of the myth who came to her was an old army buddy, Jefferson Jackson, of all people. Not special forces, he'd been paid with her unit to rig up quick and dirty solar at every stop. What the hell have you brought me to, Jeff? This here's the artsy megastructure that batters of my gutters. Victorian garden beneath the very center of the solar loop. This is a very interesting piece of something you have here. Call me mate. And he stirred 3 sugars in his tea. Ramses, Nina, and Jeff borrowed an aging sailboat from a retired couple and cruised down past Cancun to the Flotilla Park, a few hundred miles west of Jamaica. Comrades, I got your email. The tattooed and pierced commissioner of the Olympics, nom de guerre Mickey Configus, spoke the kind of perfect English that was half Benedict Anderson, half Ron DeGeneres. He greeted them with mojitos with an enthusiastic beer hugs. We grow some vegetables and farm oysters, Nina said. We could do rice if we're really pressed. Oysters? Sick. Mickey fist pumped. Imagine the optics. State troopers came out all around you, eating donuts, while inside you dine on raw oysters. Home run. Ramses has assumed that being under such would either be very scary or very boring, but instead, she was just busy. Emergency alerts buzzed on both sides of the stage, yielding a moment of frenetic peace as everyone checked their phones and goggles. Tropical storm next would make landfall in 36 hours. The governor has declared a state of emergency, Ford announced through his bullhorn as the state airboats began to pull away.
The clouds in their eyes would clear for a moment. By the time most of the pieces were picked up, the meat was a cozy library, not only for taking in the refugees, but also for absorbing the water rise before it inundated more of the peninsula. New wetlands were being pitched all over the global south, with less care and more speed than any of them found it visible. The state left them alone now or approached them with a certain amount of trepidation. They had become swamp people, proud, mysterious, uncooperative with authority. In the frantic days after next, the myth had been mostly disassembled as they traded magnificence for subsistence. Container labs became dormitories, the Roman baths became king latrines. The halo was taken apart to make solar roofing. It was haphazard at first, but after a few weeks a kind of order emerged. Rice was planted, the oyster farms expanded, for the kids' school was organized. Nina taught classes on the botany and art history behind the myth. Soon, grown-ups were showing up for her seminars too. Their strange, swampy refugee town wasn't beautiful like the myth, but it bustled with ever more activity, a new kind of new wetland, one where humans were not just cultivators, but a dependent part of the ecosystem. We've lost a monument, Ramses thought, but found a movement. The morning light rose over the rice fields and mutton mangroves and hit the solar panels on the roofs. She could almost feel the hum of power waking up their machines. The sky was clear. The sun would shine strong all day, an omen, a promise.